Like tied with Snapfire especially, you've got like the double minus armor. It's so much harass, like you could even skip Kraken Shell.
Well, I would love to go to BSJ now for the last word, but he's not here, so he's lazy. So we're gonna instead go to Surrection Slaxers once again with Mark.
Fantastic casters and Sunswave.
Thank you, Slacks. Recycling memes as always. That's your entire job description these days. Suns fan here with Cinderin. T1 versus Alliance. Game 2 of this best of 3 in the lower bracket. How do you like these lineups this time around, Cinderman?
I think I like how Alliance this game have solved a bit more of the team fight problem they had in the last game. I think the way their lineup groups around Medusa can work really well. But that said, I also think T1 have some really great tools. To me, this T1 lineup feels like Assassination Squad, right? You've got Ember, Lion, as well as Slark, who can immediately take advantage of any fissure, any overgrowth that you find from the tree line, and just get in there. I think the biggest challenge for Alliance, honestly, in this game is to keep their supports alive. I don't think playing Crystal Maiden is particularly fun in a game like this.
You could have just stopped it.
And even Snapfire, who's a relatively tanky support and stands far back, you're just not safe against these heroes. And a little bit of a problem is the protection that you have against Ember and Slark is relatively limited, right? Like, what do you have? You have Ravage, Frostbite, and a Cookie, and a bit of a stretch you have Aether Remnant, but that one's going to be hard to land. And Slark can purge off all of this if he times it well. So I think Alliance, absolutely paramount this game. Get off to a good start in the lanes, and you need honestly just stellar positioning on supports in this game to not just end up feeding.
Right. I mean, last game T1 got off to a really good start, and just I mean, that was basically the game. It felt like it just snowballed out of control of Alliance, and they weren't able to really do much from there on out. As top lane, we are seeing some action. Zephyr playing the Treant Protector, which we'll talk about in just a moment here. Actually, we can do it now, Cinder. Your thoughts on this pick, since a lot of other teams don't pick Treant at all.
Yeah.
But T1, one of the few exceptions.
I had this theory, actually, that so in the group stage, we had a couple of games with Quinn.
Good for Slark in terms of the mid to late game once you get past the laning stage. Because you have just this fat, tanky hero that you can just get stacks off of.
Yeah.
It's Cuckoo. Now it looks like FNG is going to take a tumble here. So first blood goes the way of T1 with the Enchant Totem. And actually the thing I had to hold that thought. Double Impale coming out from Whitemon again. S4 gets hexed, and there's the pounce. It does connect. Popping the wand, keeping alive a little bit longer, but 23 Savage. Well, actually, it wasn't him. Whitemon somehow stole the kill from his position once.
I don't like that Nara aura yet, so he's going to send out 2 Mangoes as well as a Sage's Mask. So for a little bit of time, he will have some downtime here, but it doesn't really matter. Cuckoo is just free farming close to his tower anyway, and I don't think FNG could have done that much about it. So,
yeah, you can see in terms of CS, Carl just slightly ahead of Limp right now as he's going to get the slide at Fist. Here comes Zephyr from the side. Gets off the Nature's Grasp, going to slow a bit with that Leech Seed as well. Limp in quite a bit of trouble. Pops a Fairy Fire. TP support coming.
He's dead.
Zephyr. Yeah, the last slide of Fist, and now FNG might be in some trouble.
He's dead.
Double Remnant. Zephyr will be able to get up a couple right clicks along with the Leech Seed again coming online. So double kill for Carl to start this game. T1 doing very well. I was going to... Man, it's a good thing I didn't say it, because that would be...
Against Limp's 5 3/4. I think Carl's net worth has to be up by a few hundred. 800, or 700, pardon me.
Yeah, Limp trying to get some retribution here onto Carl.
Oh, he does
get the stun. Yeah, Carl needs to back up, despite Whitemon being here. Well, never mind, Zephyr's on the high ground as well. It's a 3v1.
Oh, if Limp dies here, this is
he gets hexed as well. T1 looking for another kill on the mid laner for Alliance.
Okay.
Oh, he gets off. Oh, he's going to mitigate a little bit of damage there. Turning it around.
Okay.
Gets 2 kills before dying. At least gets something out of it this time, Cinderman.
Talk about value Resonant Pulse. They thought they had the kill. You saw Carl already backing off. He was like, all right, Trey on the line, you just hit him once each, he's going to die. He gets that damage block through that 2-hero Resonant Pulse connection, and then he gets level 6 from the first kill, so he can jump on the second kill as well. So a nice heads-up play there from Limp to get something out of that. Because that looked like he was just completely doing bottom lane.
Absolutely.
23 Savage and Whitemon connecting on S4.
He's playing on the edge here. S4. Get a lot of stacks for 23 Savage now. Whitemon with Zephyr's company should be able to take S4 out. He gets off the gush, but won't be enough to find his way to get the kill on 23 Savage. Halfway to level 6, and once he gets to that point, it's going to Ancients. There is a stack for Medusa to eventually take, but you can see that there's a somewhat aggressive ward also placed in that area for T1. So when that is being taken, they'll probably try to contest. 23 Savage Trying to get some trade-off
Limp
here.
might dive here. This is dangerous, though. Yeah, he's going to think twice
especially
about
with
it.
23 Savage having his ult, so a lot
Carl.
of passive regen now. Carl gets off the searing
scores
chains. S4 is going to apply the Ravage,
And
but
then
will it
dies.
save his life? Negatory. Sleight of Fish finishes him off, but Limp & Company might be able to get some beautiful trades here. Carl does one more Sleight of Fish, but dies shortly after. In the meantime, 23 Savage destroys Crystal Maiden despite getting that freezing field out for about a half a second. Hanskin looks to be next on the menu, but he does get Cookie off in time. 23 Savage, okay, we have the Mortimer's Kisses from afar, but they're going to go for the Limp kill. They'll get it successfully. It'll cost him his life. But he does get the stack at the very least of Essence Shift. Nico Baby all alone. Away he goes.
FNG takes him out there.
From the lane.
Nova saves him. Very good.
It takes him out from the lane. Technically correct is always correct. Alliance looking to go on 23 Savage, who's very low on mana right now, but
here comes T1. Dagger on Shaker. They want to jump in.
Oh, Pounce not able to connect for 23 Savage. Cuckoo, like you said, Blink Dagger's there. It gets the Enchant Totem off. And Limp Astral steps to safety. Does that have any more stacks, though? Well, there's 6 seconds before it comes off cooldown. Mortimer kisses from afar.
Very good kiss.
Actually, onto 3 heroes. T1 taking so much damage, but the Echo Slam is expended to at least get 23 Savage. It's going to be a trade for 3, though. Triple kill for Hanskin with a god tier Mortimer's Kisses.
Oh my god, can you imagine a damage breakdown on that one? 3k damage.
Not bad.
We're 14 minutes in. That is some sick value out of the kisses there. And
Sure. Getting really big value out of that. Zephyr, Cookie connects on top of him. He's going to be taken out very quickly.
Wait,
Never mind.
what?
Gets the overgrowth off. They got a little bit too confident. Finally gets taken out, though. But the TPs are here from T1 trying to turn this around. Limp takes a tumble. 3 dead so quickly in favor of T1. Hanskin will get hexed as well.
Limp didn't finish the kill. He had the...
I mean, would that have made a difference, you think?
He thought the Trent was dying, so he used Dissimulate, right? And he jumped away.
Yeah, he thought he had it for sure. Get these items really fast compared to what we're used to. Oh, they're going to see a big collision here. Yeah, that's true. Fake Grenade on Earthshaker, pretty disgusting. S4 trying to tank things up as the initiation comes. Carl, let's see the BKB picked up, or popped by 23 Savage, going to town on S4 in the meantime. You can see Ember Spirit creating so much space on the backline. Nico Baby forced his ult out. Now Hanskin not quite going to die here. It's nice taunt onto Carl, but there's the double kill with the Sleight of Fist. He's taking a lot of damage, though. Can he get out in time? It's 23 Savage just focusing on Nico Baby. There's the overgrowth to keep them in place. There's so many stacks now, but finally the Ravage comes out onto S4, but it's not going to matter, Cinderin. This is going to be a full team wipe for T1, and they barely took any damage.
It's such a godly fight from Carl. He just does everything right. See, the fight breaks out, they see the tide, and he gets a little bit of vision on the backline supports. He literally zoned 2 heroes on his own, killed them both, and then lived after. Like, you can have tool against that Slark, but the problem is you can outlast, but can you even kill? That doesn't make sense. Outlast was the wrong word. Okay,
Makes
Nico
a lot
Baby
of
in trouble.
sense. Nico Baby, he gets off his ult. They're just going to try to withstand it. FNG and company have come to help out as well. Sleight of Fist doing so much damage. FNG again dead. No big surprise. There's the Searing Chains now. Nico Baby trying to stay alive, but it looks like the right clicks will come through. 23 Savage getting that one with the BKB activated, and they're not done yet. Looks like Hansking is next on the list as S4 and Alliance are starting to crumble here, Cinderin. T1 looking primed to take this series 2-0. They lose 1. It's only Cuckoo.
6 for 1.
6 for 1. That is true. Dieback on FNG. And into the Roche.
And farm hyper aggressively because Alliance's ways of killing them are super limited. I honestly think you can't kill either Slark or Ember without Ravage.
Yeah, you need
They're just
Ravage. And
you can't chain stun long enough, and S4 doesn't have Dagger.
the thing that they're missing, I mean, again, this is hindsight, but burst damage against Slark would be very nice in this scenario.
Oh, here we go!
Jump in from Carl. Looks like FNG is just going to die. No, actually lives with barely any HP, and then finally gets taken out first as Carl will go back to safety. 23 Savage on the back line now, trying to target Limp. You see the Fissure come out as well. BKB dodging the Ravage as a result. Limp is going to stay alive, though. Mortimer's Kisses from afar. Cuckoo taking the brunt of the damage here. Looks like he's going to drop the first to fall for T1, but 23 Savage looks perfectly healthy for now. Pops his ult.
He still
Gets
has
1
Aegis
kill.
too.
Nico Baby very low on mana, which means he is Very susceptible to die here, Cinder. And 23 Savage resetting, going back in, a buyback. You see the mana drain coming from Whitemon as well. Nico Baby pops the wand, but to little avail. Zephyr does get off his ult, but the finger of death taking Nico Baby out in spades. No buyback for him. You see a nice freezing field come out, but it's going to result in the kill of Carl. In the meantime, beautiful impale on the 2. S4 on the run, trying to get back into this base. Is 23 Savage not scared of anything because that Aegis is still intact.
That was maybe a little bit too cute there from Savage, but he's obviously able to reset out of here. Guess, how long would he have had on the Aegis? That was still a good 2 minutes left on that. That was maybe a little bit unnecessary, but
2 for 2 with the, I mean, that was a pretty long
killing Carl. He wasn't expecting that burst of damage coming in from the tree line, so if you do set it up here for Alliance, it could work.
Savage.
Okay, instantly breaking the smoke.
Yeah, Shadow Blade.
Carl!
Got the ensnare coming out as well. BKB, there's the Echo Slam onto 2. Limp already dead in this engagement. 2 dead for Alliance to start this fight out. Nico Baby getting mana drain for a little bit of time here. It's 23 Savage. Now just focusing on Nico Baby along with Cuckoo, getting the stuns out. We'll see how that status resist works from this time. But the mana drain from that Diffusal and the Essention stacks are just getting out of control for T1. They only lose their support Lion and get 4 kills as the trade.
Because of Shadow Dance. So get rid of that immediately. Nico Baby is exposed here. Alliance are trying to bait him. They really want this fight where they go on Nico. They feel like it's their only chance, and I agree with this 100%.
Smoke up as well. Anthony Thorne gets popped.
Oh,
the Ember Spirit on the backline again. Ravage comes out from S4. 23 Savage does take considerable damage, but again, FNG dies at the beginning of the fight. Carl, look at how much space he's creating. Just absolutely decimates Hanskin with just his remnants. Whitemon jumps in with the finger of death. 3 dead for Alliance, and they are likely out of TI-10 after this fight. Medusa takes a tumble. Triple kill for Carl. And S4 finally goes down. He's the only remaining member for Alliance with buyback. They call GG, and T1 moves on. Syndra, Alliance out.
Yeah, there's just no doubt about it after watching these 2 games. T1 just clearly the better team at this event. Alliance got completely rolled both games. There were some glimmers of hope. Again, similarly to game number 1, there's like that one fight around the 10-minute mark. This game, it's the Snapfire triple kill bottom.